9 most breathtaking towns in West Virginia. West Virginia, known as the Mountain State, is home to gorgeous views and top-notch adventures. The country roads lead to spectacular historical sites, crashing waterfalls, winding trails, enchanting wilderness, and the friendliest communities. Take a journey by yourself or invite friends and family for an epic experience that showcases all that West Virginia has to offer. The state of West Virginia sits in the southeastern part of the U.S., surrounded by Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, Kentucky, and Ohio. West Virginia lies in the Appalachian Mountains at an average elevation of around 1,500 feet above sea level, which makes for unbelievable views throughout the entire state. This roundup features 9 of the most breathtaking small towns in West Virginia that are perfect for your next mountain town getaway. Lewisburg, a town of history and nature. Near the Greenbrier River and the Greenbrier State Forest is the small town of Lewisburg, West Virginia, a place where the local history and natural surroundings make for an unforgettable experience. Lewisburg's origins date back to 1751, and a range of notable historical moments have occurred here, including a brief battle in 1862 during the American Civil War. The town offers visitors engaging live performances, historical artifacts and locations, and stunning underground caves. Here in Lewisburg, you can find one of the 8 Carnegie Halls that carry on as a performance venue. Carnegie Hall in Lewisburg, built in 1902, hosts live performances featuring local and international artists throughout the year, captivating audiences of all ages. Enjoy learning about a variety of artifacts from the Civil War era and early settlements at the Greenbrier Historical Society and North House Museum. The museum also displays an 18th-century Conestoga wagon and the first rural free delivery postal buggy. Off of McElhenney Road, you can visit the Confederate Cemetery of Lewisburg, the resting place of unknown soldiers from the Civil War Battle of Lewisburg in 1862. The common grave rests on a hill above the old stone Presbyterian church. Any trip to Lewisburg is not complete without touring the Lost World Caverns. Discovered in 1942, the caves dip 120 feet below the Earth's surface, and it takes about 45 minutes to make your way through. Also, you can enjoy gem mining activities here. Harpers Ferry, a town of strategic significance. Recognized as a National Historic District by the National Register, Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, is a quaint town with stunning architecture. Harpers Ferry, a strategic location during the Civil War, was a transportation hub between 1800 and 1860. The town rests in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia and is part of Jefferson County. Lying at the confluence of the Shenandoah, worldatlas.com/rivers/shenandoahriver.html, and Potomac, worldatlas.com, rivers/potomacriver.html, the surroundings of Harpers Ferry are undoubtedly picturesque. This deeply historic small town offers much to do, teaching visitors about its past through its oldest buildings, such as the fort, and places like its museum, which features edible exhibits. So many of Harpers Ferry's buildings are worth adding to your itinerary, but at the top of your list, you have to add John Brown's Fort. Erected in 1848, the engine and guardhouse was the place where John Brown and his followers barricaded themselves during an ill-fated raid in 1859. Another spot to visit is the boarding house, located on the 2nd floor of the Provost Marshal Building. The museum showcases what the living quarters would have looked like during the Civil War period for different people. Physically step inside of history at the Provost Marshal. The exhibit teaches visitors about the duties of Provost Marshal clerks in the 1860s. While most museums do not allow guests to touch the displays, at True Treats Historic Candy, you can take a bite out of history. The shop recreates authentic vintage candies from every era, allowing guests to enjoy ancient goodies like Native American marshmallow root and sweets from the 1600s. Shepherdstown, a town of adventure and culture. Discover historic and natural wonders in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, in Jefferson County. Located in the eastern panhandle portion of the state, Shepherdstown sits along the Potomac River. This small town, first settled in the early 18th century by Germans from Pennsylvania, is one of West Virginia's oldest towns. Some of Shepherdstown's best sights include an almost 200-mile biking and hiking trail, historic museums and structures, and relaxed dining. Explore the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal via hike or bike ride, a 184.5-mile canal route connected by multiple bridges and a towpath. Here, you can see picturesque views of the Potomac River. Go to the historic Shepherdstown Museum for a journey into Shepherdstown's past. Situated inside the Antler Hotel, the museum displays an array of artifacts, documents, and even a room furnished as an old 1800s hotel bedroom, which is said to be haunted by a resident ghost, William Peyton Smith. Check out the Mecklenburg Tobacco Warehouse on the banks of the Potomac River. This area boasts a storied history, as it was previously a seasonal home to many Native Americans before the settlers' arrival. Savor some local country cooking at Betty's Restaurant. The establishment offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner, serving dishes like lump crab cakes and homemade sausage gravy. White Sulphur Springs, a town of healing and beauty. In the Allegheny Mountains is the small resort town of White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, where visitors can be transported back in time and take delight in unlimited outdoor beauty. White Sulphur Springs, located in Greenbrier County, sits at an elevation of 1,880 feet, east of Lewisburg, West Virginia. Established around 1750, the town began to develop as a health spa in the 1770s. Following reports of healing from bathing in the springs, you can partake in White Sulphur Springs' legendary natural springs at the Greenbrier Resort and Spa. The breathtaking 1778 hotel's amenities include a spa that flows with mineral waters renowned for their therapeutic properties, and an impressive golf course that has captivated golfers for over 100 years. On the resort grounds, you can also book a unique bunker tour. Built in 1958, the resort created an emergency Cold War fallout shelter and relocation facility for Congress. Now, you can explore its corridors and chambers via private or group tours. Embark on an outdoor adventure in the Greenbrier State Forest. Encompassing more than 5,100 acres, the forest offers travelers hiking, mountain biking, swimming, and fishing. Elkins, a town of natural wonders and history. Elkins, West Virginia, is a place with spectacular views of the manufactured and natural variety. The town sits in Randolph County, along the Tygart Valley River. Incorporated in 1890, this eastern West Virginia town was laid out after the establishment of the West Virginia Central and Pittsburgh Railway. The small town of Elkins is home to extraordinary nationally registered historic landmarks, such as the Graceland and Hallihurst mansions. Completed in 1893, Graceland is a stone mansion resting on 360 acres of land. In the early 1940s, the building was the home to the Davis family, and it later became student housing. Now, the mansion is a fully operational inn. Hallihurst, built in 1890 for a U.S. senator, is another prime example of gorgeous Victorian-era architecture. As a day trip from Elkins, fully immerse yourself in nature at the Dolly Sods Wilderness, just over 17,000 acres of lush woodlands in the Monongahela National Forest. Dolly Sods Wilderness, situated at elevations ranging from 2,500 to over 4,700 feet, features the Red Creek drainage and bog and heath ecotypes commonly found in southern Canada. In towns, you can watch an incredible West Virginia sunrise or sunset from a new perspective at the Bickle Knob Observation Tower. Constructed in 1933, the mountain summit is one of the last remaining observation towers in the Monongahela National Forest, allowing visitors to see miles of mountain terrain. Wheeling, a town of fun and history. The county seat of Ohio County, Wheeling, West Virginia, is a vibrant community, offering a variety of fun activities for the whole family. Wheeling rests in the northern panhandle of the state on the Ohio River. Settled in 1769 by the Zane family, the town's name is thought to come from a Delaware Indian phrase meaning skull or head. Wheeling offers outdoor activities like golfing, a family-friendly zoo, and historical locations, including a Victorian mansion and a one-of-a-kind bridge. Engage in year-round activities at Ogleby Park. This 1,650-acre park offers a little something for everyone, including 2 golf courses, 11 tennis courts, an outdoor pool, walking trails, vacation cabins, paddle boats, gardens, playgrounds, and much more. On the grounds, you can find the Ogleby Good Zoo, the only zoo accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums in West Virginia. The zoo is the perfect place to take any animal lover of any age, as it offers engaging educational programs and up-close animal encounters with critters like kangaroos and red pandas. Ogleby Park also offers something for history enthusiasts. Explore the Ogleby Mansion Museum, a stunning 19th-century building. The museum features 13 exquisite, period-accurate restored rooms. Visiting Wheeling is not complete without viewing the Wheeling Suspension Bridge. The original bridge, built in 1836 from wood, was rebuilt in 1856 after damage from a windstorm. It is the oldest vehicular suspension bridge still in use in the U.S. and is a sight to behold as it stretches across the Ohio River. https://worldatlas.com/rivers, Ohio. On the Buckhannon River lies the town of Buckhannon, West Virginia, the county seat of Upshur County, a small town with breathtaking outdoors and historically significant landmarks. Travelers to Buckhannon can revel in the wonder of enchanted woodlands and waters, and travel back in time by checking out historical sites. Audra State Park is one of the best places to soak up Buckhannon's natural beauty. Nestled along the Middle Fork River, this heavily wooded park features 65 campsites and a tranquil river, ideal for relaxing, swimming, and fishing. Another excellent river for water activities is the Buckhannon River. Covering 45.4 miles through north-central West Virginia, the Buckhannon River is a popular spot for canoeing. Connect with history at the William Post Mansion, an originally brick Italianate home built in the 1860s. The property underwent revisions in 1891 after William Post purchased the home, leading to an exterior refaced with stone and a 3-story tower addition. Buckhannon is also home to West Virginia Wesleyan College, which was founded in 1890. The campus is a sight to behold, with its Wesley Chapel, bell tower, steeple, and a bronze statue of John Wesley. Charlestown, a town of legacy and mystery. Charlestown, West Virginia, the county seat of Jefferson County, is an old town with roots dating back to George Washington. https://worldatlas.com/who was the first president. In 1786, George Washington's brother, Charles, established the town, making it the residence for some of Virginia's most aristocratic families. Charlestown sits in the eastern panhandle of the state, and it is deeply historical and truly a dream for history lovers. Uncover history at the Zion Episcopal Church and Cemetery. The church, originally built around the 1770s, suffered destruction on several occasions throughout the years, and was once used as barracks and a hospital. In the cemetery, you can find the graves of Confederate soldiers, Revolutionary War officers, and multiple members of the Washington family. Visit the Jefferson County Courthouse of 1836 for an extended journey into the past. Initially erected in 1803, the courthouse was later replaced with a larger structure to accommodate the growing county. Even though it is a working courthouse and not a museum, the building is a beautiful piece of architecture. One of the largest late 19th century houses in Charlestown is the Gibson Todd House. The home features red brick, a large round 3-story tower with a conical roof, a well-preserved front porch with wooden spindlework balusters, and other noteworthy features. The buildings in Charlestown are not the only historical sites. The Cool Spring Nature Preserve offers 74 acres of forest, marsh, and meadow, with a major stream, Bullskin Run. Davis, a town of wild beauty and discovery. Travel to Davis, West Virginia, to experience seemingly endless wild beauty. Davis is a small town situated in the heart of Tucker County, lying along the Blackwater River. This little town is the highest incorporated town in West Virginia, sitting at an elevation of 3,520 feet. Check out the 57-foot picturesque waterfalls in Blackwater Falls State Park. Along with the captivating falls, the state park offers Lindy Point, Pendleton Point Overlook, and Ellicala Falls, all of which make stunning spots to photograph. You can also hike along 20 miles of trails throughout the year and partake in sledding during the winter. Bear Rocks Preserve is another of Davis's most beautiful places to visit. An expanse of mountains lines the horizon, while grand valleys command your attention from below. The hiking trails are home to a variety of plant life, including blueberry and huckleberry shrubs. Enjoy even more wilderness at the Cannon Valley National Wildlife Refuge, the largest contiguous high-elevation wetland complex in the state. The refuge supports and protects a mix of wetland, forested, and migratory birds, as well as endangered species. A large assortment of rare plants and animals typically found in more northern latitudes call this refuge home. Get lost in these stunning West Virginia towns. Within the borders of West Virginia, you can find numerous stunning places to visit. There are unique destinations such as the Lost World Caverns in Lewisburg, bunker tours in White Sulphur Springs, and Ogleby Park in Wheeling. Beautiful, nature-filled scenery is in Buckhannon at Audra State Park and in Davis at the Blackwater Falls State Park. You can get an even better view of some of West Virginia's mountains at the Bickle Knob Observation Tower in Elkins. Much of the state is deeply historical, and some of the most picturesque architecture is the Gibson Todd House in Charles, the Shepherdstown Museum in Shepherdstown, and the entire National Historic District town of Harpers Ferry. Choose West Virginia's small towns for the most breathtaking views. Share April Evans, September 1st, 2025 in places. https://worldatlas.com